Despite health officials advising not to travel over the Thanksgiving holiday, record numbers of people got on planes. In fact, more than we've seen since the pandemic began. Good evening. I'm Courtney Johns. Maya has the night off. In a few weeks, we may see a huge spike in COVID-19 cases because of all that travel. And 3 News Now reporter Alyssa Curtis talked to the medical experts about what we could see in the next few weeks.
Amid the pandemic, health experts urged people not to travel or gather for the holidays. Despite this plea, TSA reported a record number of travelers over Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving and the Sunday after, each saw over 1 million people taking flights. It's lower than last year, but the highest since the pandemic began.
All the reports locally and nationally indicate a lot of people did travel over the holiday weekend. That means they were exposed to folks from outside their household, and that increases the likelihood of COVID-19 being passed around.
Doctors say that holiday travel will likely cause our numbers to spike once again.
I think that all of us who watch the COVID trends are really very concerned about the rebound that we'll likely see in the 2 to 3 weeks after the Thanksgiving holiday.
If you did travel or attend a gathering, watch closely for symptoms.
Incubation for this is up to 14 days. It can be as short as just 1 or 2 days. Typically, it's about 5 to 6 days. And so people need to be very, very careful during that initial week, be watching very closely for any onset of symptoms.
Health officials say that if you did travel over the holiday, you might want to get tested a few times. It can take up to 14 days for your body to show symptoms. So if you get tested right after you travel, it might be a false negative.
A negative test is a snapshot of where you were at that point, and depending on how big an exposure you had, what type of viral load you may have, it could be a couple more days before you're going to be knowing if you have it or not.
Doctors say to wear a mask and quarantine as much as possible during that incubation period. In Omaha, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now.